Des, a strong fight back in the second half, but does that make the first half all the more frustrating?
Oh, not really. Let's first of all put it in perspective. They're a good footy side. They've certainly got top 4 aspirations written about them. We scored 22 points in the second half. It's enough to win a game of football. We just didn't handle that first 40 minutes well enough. I thought we had some poor. Just our defence, I thought, was a little bit iffy. That's probably an understatement. The fact that they ran in 32 points against us, and that can't happen. It's all the usual rhetoric, It's an 80-minute game of footy. It's 2 halves, the positive to take it out of it is that when we do play a standard, or you do play a way where you're respecting ball completing and making tackles, you turn it around and win the second half 22-2. But at the end of the day, they were just better than us tonight.
You say that everyone's talking about them as a top 4 side, but you'd like to be competing with them in that first half and consider yourself a top 4 side.
We should have competed better, and it's and I'm sure they're going to say the same. Craig will say the same thing about them in the second half. So, and certainly there were parts of our game which were really brave, parts of our game which are quite good. But it was always going to be a tough night here, and we knew that. We knew that coming here was something that we, specifically spoke about. So it'll be a pretty good learning curve for us. And it's we got picked up a few injuries tonight again, so it's not going to get any easier. But there's plenty of confidence in that, that we can take out of that the second half performance, and it shows a way forward for us, what we need to do.
The edge defence in particular in the first half was exposed. Was Morgan Harper underdone a bit with the COVID?
Yeah, in hindsight, and it's a wonderful thing, hindsight. The COVID undid him a little bit, but he won't use that as an excuse. He's a real proud kid, and he'll learn. It's a tough night for him tonight. There's no doubt about that, and he won't hide from that. And we'll fix that up, and he'll dust himself off, and he'll live to fight another day.
Daly, you were out there, Daly, so on the edges when things were falling apart a bit in the first half, what was going wrong in defence from your point of view?
Yeah, it's hard to just sort of put it down to one thing, because there was 6 tries, so there was a lot happening out there, but we'll obviously take a fairly close look at it on Monday and see where we can improve as a side and as an edge in particular.
You mentioned you can't put it down to one thing, although one player had a hand in each of the first 5 tries. How do you deal with that on the run, and what happened? What did you say, Des, at half time to come out?
I think you just label it, like it's quite easy, like to point where the try cause is. But there were things that happened during that set. There were things that we can all do a little bit better off the ball. So that's something that we sort of will break down in a review and work our process and get better next time.
Can you talk us through your injury list tonight?
Sorry?
Can you talk us through your injury list
we
tonight?
just picked up probably another 2 tonight. So we picked up Taniela, who's a medial, and Walks, Dylan Walker, who's just nudged that quad injury again, and Andrew Davies is an AC joint. So those 3 would be doubtful, but we've got the long turnaround. Andrew might be a chance. The other 2 definitely won't take the field.
Any chance on Josh Schuster back next week? I think he was due back this week, wasn't he?
No, he's due back probably in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, so from his syndesmosis. Yeah.
What's the delay with that? Has he had a setback?
Oh, it's not a delay. Yeah, it was a big op. Yeah, the fall.
Is Tommy too far away, or
round 9? Okay. Earliest.
at the earliest.
Can I ask you about the Olakuatu sin bin? There's a bit of confusion sideline with things there.
Yeah, I think it was a tackle on Aidan Tolman. So,
Yeah.
first glance, it looked like it was a solid tackle. He's hard man to hit, hard man to hurt, eighth. So, and you had that wrapping motion. So, I think it'll be okay. Maybe a fine. Yeah.
Des, you said just before you said that that you expected all the things that had happened in the set before.
Sorry, I can't hear, mate. Yeah,
Sorry.
Speak up.
You said that.
Get it out. One phrase. One phrase. Just spit it out.
You said that Talakai obviously had a great half, but
Yes.
there was systemic factors in there as well that went beyond just what he was doing to Morgan Harper. Do you think that there was something in there that you maybe could have seen, given that the same thing happened to Melbourne last week, or obviously quite a good defensive side?
Oh, but don't underestimate the player, Talakai. He's a good player, and he's been terrorising a few out there. So, and he's a handful one-on-one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Cheers.